Namaste to all of you. I have a very interesting subject today to speak on spiritual atheism. Imagine, contradictory. Atheism is to do with religion, human gods, and spiritual atheism. Wow. So let's see. Let us now first understand the difference between theism and atheism. A theism is a person who believes. In theism is a person who believes in the existence of a supreme being. Being is an existence. Existence is an object. Object is a thing, whether in human form or an object or a thing, a non-living thing. Say from a human god to a god made out of stone or anything. So atheism is a believer. Is a believer in supreme being, and the reverse, the opposite, is atheism. A disbeliever in any supreme being. So atheism, I would say atheism again can be divided into two categories, because we experience certain atheists who are very self-centered, who are egoistic, who believe in nothing, who think no end of themselves. They feel they are the know-all and they are everything. They feel very superior, and they are atheists from that account. But a spiritual atheist is a different person altogether. He is a spiritual seeker. He transcends body and mind. Transcends. And even the soul, because soul is also individual. He transcends individuality. He understands. Because now even science is supporting the philosophy of the Hindus mentioned in the Vedas, that God is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. He's everywhere, in everything. He is the supreme ability of the energy, and energy is not a thing, it's just waves of energy. Waves turning into particles as per quantum physics. And physics is to do with physicality. Now quantum physics has come in, which believes that all that exists in the subatomic level, when you go beyond the atom and the molecules, only waves of energy. So, a spiritual atheist goes beyond. To him, the most important factor is who you are. The subject of spiritualism revolves around self-knowledge, self-awakening, self-experiencing, self-enlightening, self-realization. To what? To know that all that exists is Brahman, in this nothingness, in this shunyata of this world. We are nothing, and nothing does not mean empty. Nothing means on its own, it's attributeless, on its own. But within itself, it has attributes which appear and disappear in matter and consciousness, in solid liquids and gases, in various forms of different interchangeable energies which appear and disappear back into the mother energy of nothingness. So it has various abilities, and the supreme ability is in the conscious principle, in the form of intelligence, which the Rig Veda said, Prajnanam, Brahma. Brahma is the creator. Meaning the creator is the creation. And the creator resides within as intelligence. Prajnanam means insight. That intelligence, not the intellect. Intellect is borrowed knowledge from here and there, not as an intellectual, but as an intelligent person. Every human being. Thou art that. Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi. That divine is within you in the aware conscious principle. And the I am Atma is self. Is Brahman. So, a spiritual atheist goes beyond the body, mind and the soul, where the consciousness of the external world transcends towards the eternal universal spirit, to the eternal universal spirit. That is what a spiritual atheist goal is. He is away from beliefs of theism, into religion, into human gods, into gurus, into pandits, into traditions, supernatural beliefs, rituals, into tying of red thread on your wrist, colorful stones on your rings. He's beyond all those things. He does not believe in that. There is no such belief. There is no such belief. He believes in that beingness, not in the being. He believes in that beingness. Then that beingness is that awareness which makes the mind conscious. And that beingness is that supreme ability of energy, the universal energy, which the mind attracts, which the mind takes in. And that is how the mind, human mind, interacts and transmits in telepathy. The universal spirit is entering and going out. So that is how it goes on, and that is how a human being has the potentiality of the divine and the devil. They have the potentiality of everything within them because they have this intelligence which the other living creatures do not have. He does not believe in duality. He does not believe in duality. He does not believe in separation. He meaning he and she combined together. So please try to understand. I'm just going to refer to as he. So he does not believe in duality, in separation of this and that, of happiness or sadness, of divine and the devil. He does not believe in that. He goes beyond moral and ethical values into higher consciousness, where he is purely an observer. He is a witnesser. He is a watcher. He believes that God is in everything, everywhere, in every moment, in every particle, in everything. He exists in everything. So how can God be reduced to a noun, to a gender? No, it can't be. It is demeaning and reducing, restricting God, limiting God. Demographically, to every community, to every society believes in a different God, which he cannot understand. That's what a spiritual atheist is. A spiritual atheist's characteristics are, he respects all, but has alliance to no one. He has alliance to no one. He believes in contentment. He is balanced. He knows material is as much required as spiritual. But he has to be a watcher to all the material things which he experiences, which he involves himself into. So that is how it is. And he believes in fullness, integration of everything, in oneness, in togetherness. He is sensitive to all, to everything, living and non-living, to Mother Nature. He is sensitive. He is not sentimental to few. He is not attached to few. He does not feel possessive about few. He is sensitive to everything that is around him and not sentimental. He needs to discover. He needs to discover. Discover what? Discover the self. Experience the self. Realize the self. While he is awake and alive through mind to experience dualities of life. As a watcher, as an observer, because mind is the quantum of what you are, not who you are. Mind is the quantum. Who you are is that spirit residing in the soul to celebrate life and dualities, to experience them. And in divinity, he sees divinity, he lives divinity and divine goods in a balanced, content manner, in wholesomeness. So that is what a spiritual atheist is. That is what he is. He believes that the body is the temple. Body is the temple, the structure. Mind is that flow of energy, an electromagnetic chemical energy flowing through neurons. Flowing through neurons to experience life, to experience divinity. That is what is his purpose in life. Because the moment you experience divinity, you go beyond good and bad. You go towards wholesomeness, you go towards fullness, where you are experiencing both material and the spiritual, righteously, in the right manner. Because you understand, like I said, the body is the simple, mind is that experiencing center, and soul is where his supreme ability, his supreme intelligence, his supreme potentiality is lying dormant within, which he has to awaken, which he needs to awaken. It's just that supreme potentiality which only human beings have. He understands that he is he is in a spiritual beingness going through a human experience. So a spiritual atheist, we all need to understand, because we do not. We mingle it, mix it with religion, inspirational factors, motivational factors. They're all considered as spiritual today, which is nonsense. Religion is in religiosity, in religiousness, and that religiousness and religiosity is the divinity, is that divine deeds which we are supposed to do, not in names. Not in names. A Hindu and a Christian is the same. Both have the divine within. Both have the supreme divinity within. It's just that they are separated. And that separation is not meant for a spiritual atheist. It's not meant for a spiritual atheist. Is far above. He has transcended. Now he has to experience and realize. He has understood that he is a spiritual being, and not a mental being or a physical being. And that spiritual being is not in physicality. It is that beingness. It is that intensity. It is in that awareness. It is in that consciousness. That is what a spiritual atheist is all about. Thank you very much for listening.